Hey guys, before we get this video started, I just want to give a shout out to RedSeal over on Twitch. His community is great. Watching one of his streams is actually how I got the idea for this video. So if you want to go check him out, his link will be in the description down below. Two more things before we get started as well. My Twitch is back up and running. I have a new computer, so I'm able to play games and stream at the same time at a high enough quality where I actually want to do it. And also, this is the first video on my channel of this kind, so let me know what you think about it down below. Give me a thumbs up, thumbs down, or a comment, so that way I can try to alter it a little bit depending on whether you guys like it or not. Alright, let's get started. So this is not the main point of our video, but it is important to at least look at this. As you can see from TellTale Games Twitter, they're closing up shop. Basically, they're kicking out everybody minus a skeleton crew of 25 employees who are going to stay around and finish the company's obligations, whatever that means. And as these companies close, obviously people are going to get fired from their jobs. They don't have a place to work anymore with the closing of any kind of business or factory or dev studio for that matter. And I have no problem with companies closing. It happens all the time. If the money's not there, they're not going to be successful. They can't afford to stay open. However, the way they did it is what is causing a legal action now being taken against them. Some of the employees have filed a class action lawsuit for TellTale Games not adhering to the WARN Act. Basically what it says is if you're going to close up any kind of business or anything like that, you have to give your employees 60 days notice before they lose their jobs. They have to be taken care of for 60 days, benefits, pay, all that good stuff before you close up shop. You can't just shut the door, zip tie it, and say, sorry, you don't work here anymore. So obviously that's not ideal for anybody. Losing their job is terrible. Again, business is closed. It happens all the time, but you can't just lock the door and say good luck. Luckily, for a couple of employees, Ubisoft has stepped up on Twitter and invited the TellTale staff to a meet and greet to try to get them into the Ubisoft team, which we all know Ubisoft needs as much talent as they can have over there. They're putting out good games, but there's no storyline in any of those games. But we're not here talking about what happened to TellTale Games. We're here to talk about why it happened. How could it happen? I mean, TellTale has released some great titles. Personally, for me, they're not my kind of game. I don't enjoy that story mode. I prefer kicking ass and taking names in competitive online games. But if you look at the Steam reviews, almost all of them are positive. People love the games, but that doesn't translate into sales technically. And this is the point that was brought up in RedSeal's RedSeal's Twitch, excuse me. With games like this that a lot of people like, whoever plays them tends to really like them, how could it fail? The question was brought up, does having people do Let's Plays and streams of very heavily story-based games, does it hurt sales for that game? Are people going to sit there and watch somebody play a game for 6.5 hours and then go out to the store and buy it for $60 and then play it themselves? Honestly, I don't think they will. And I know the TellTale games were only like $15 per title. Again, I haven't played any of them. That's not true. I did a demo of The Walking Dead and I was just honestly bored. You know, I'm sure if I would have kept playing it, I would have enjoyed the story and the characters and the way that the game worked out. However, I just didn't get that into it because, again, that's not my favorite type of game. But can you watch a story and then go back and do it again and again and again? If I watch a stream of Fallout, for example, Fallout 4, there's a lot of different options in Fallout 4. There's a lot of different ways to play. Right, you can basically do whatever you want. You could play that game 100 times through and never do the same thing. Different character builds, things like that, different endings even. And I know the TellTale games had some of that in there, but were there enough choices or opportunities to take different routes that players would be able to watch it and then turn around and then play it themselves? A lot of people that I've talked to, a couple of my friends, were saying that they don't think it matters because it's about the experiencing it, but if you watch somebody play the whole game, I just can't see you going out to the store and then buying it afterwards if the game is a really linear story-based game where it's kind of just like decision making. There's no exciting gameplay that's going to keep the player engaged. You don't come for the gameplay for TellTale games, you come for the story. And we're looking at now is the store. We're seeing overwhelmingly positive reviews on 2 of their titles, both very well received critically, and now the Steam Spy. Although they were received critically well, they don't have, you know, a whole bunch of sales. There's really not a lot there, which is sad because good games should be rewarded with lots of sales. But again, with a story game, are you gonna watch somebody play the story and then come back into it and do it later, right? Twitch and YouTube and Facebook are bigger now than they've ever been before as far as streaming video games go. There's hundreds of players playing almost any game you can think of at any time for you to watch. So when they're doing story stuff, I think it's really hurting the community. It actually, I'm not sure if this is true or not, but I just found a game developer called Atlas effectively told Let's Players not to play their game, or at least any more than the very beginning of their game. I don't know who that developer is. It was on Twitter in 2017, it looks like. But I do agree with them that you can watch the entirety of a game and not want to play it. Now, it does come down to the person, though. Some people just want to, you know, experience it for themselves. You can't really take a Let's Play video and say, this is directly causing me to lose sales. But you can say, in the long run, having a lot of people stream or make videos on your game could potentially hurt it. Just with the amount of exposure, if everybody knows how your game ends. But at the end of the day, guys, this is just my opinion. This is what I think about it. I was just interested in the fact that I've never really thought about that before. That Let's Players and YouTubers and streamers could be hurting the very games that they love to play. They could be ruining the experience for other people. Smart ones will just leave the chat, not watch it because they want to play for themselves. But some people really want to see their streamer stream, and they might have had the game ruined for them. I think it is very case-by-case basis. Some people might not care that they've already seen the ending of the game. They want to experience it for themselves. Other people might say, I've seen it, don't need to play it, I'll just save some money and buy something else later. But what do you guys think? This was just my opinion, my thoughts about this, right? A random topic that popped into my head when I was watching this stream. I love games, I love gaming. I'm a part of the gaming community, and at the end of the day, this plays a role in the future of the gaming community. At the end of the day, businesses might not spend money on single-player story games when it's possible that if everybody streams it, it's going to get hurt by that. Now, I don't know if specific developers will ever stop making those single-player games. I hope not, because some of the best games I've ever played are single-player games. I love Fallout. Red Dead's incredible. Skyrim was insane, and they've re-released it 10-15 times over. But anyway, guys, that is the end of my video. Just my thoughts. Feel free to give me your thoughts down in the comments below. I'm going to be replying to them. And then also follow me on Twitter. Make sure you guys check out RedSeal on Twitch as well. I'm also streaming on Twitch now. So thanks for your time, guys. We'll see you later.